Started here. We should have, hopefully we'll have a few more people come in, but we're going to go ahead and get started. First off, I want to tell everybody thank you so much for joining us tonight for this junior high meeting. I know the season doesn't start until next week, but we're excited to have you here. And let me introduce myself. My name is Ashley. I'm an aquatic supervisor here at the Aquatic Center. I run the program in conjunction with Cord, and we run the program together. I am a more behind the scenes type of person, so you won't see a ton of me. You'll see a lot more of Cord. And yeah, I would let you meet Cord, but he ran off downstairs, so I'll introduce him when he gets back. I will go ahead and let Liz introduce herself. She is your head coach for this year. So Liz, do you want to go ahead and unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi, I'm Liz Grimes. I'm excited to be coaching you guys this year. This is my 9th or 8th year doing junior high coaching for it. And I'm pretty excited. I do the Idaho Falls High School coaching also, and also voltage coaching. So I've been around the swimming community for a few years. I'm excited for our assistant coaches. We have Jake Bundy, Olivia Wallen, Hannah Kay, and Kenya. Oh, I forgot your last name. I have it somewhere. Kenya. Anyway, she's on there. So I'm excited to have all of you as coaches, and I'm excited to get to know all the kids. And I'm hoping that we'll have a really positive experience this year. Some good swimming, some good teaching of techniques, and some excited kids that actually are having a really good time and having a fun time. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for this year.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
I think you're still.
There we go. I think it's working now, right? You guys can't hear me, right? I didn't even ask. But yeah, thank you so much, Liz. We're super excited to have you on. Before we head over to the other coaches, Cord is here, and I'll let him introduce himself, and then we'll go talk to all you other coaches. Okay, so Cord, please introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Cord. I'm one of the aquatic specialists here at the Aquatic Center. I, along with Ashley, help run the junior high program. You'll see a lot of me throughout the season. I'll be here for most practices and most, if not every swim meet as well. So if you have any questions or concerns, I'll be there trying to help make sure everything runs smoothly. All of the emails and stuff get out and take care of that. So please come talk to me if you have any questions or concerns.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Cord. All right, we're going to go ahead and introduce you to the rest of the coaches for your team. I have Olivia up here in the office with me. Olivia, do you want to unmute your spot over there and say hi?
All right. I'm Olivia. I've been swimming for like 9 years, I think. And I've been coaching for not Spartans, sorry guys, surfers a little bit, and I've really enjoyed coaching, and I've loved like just getting to know like different things at work, and like getting to know kids, and like just coaching in general I think is really fun. So I'm excited to coach for junior high this season.
All right, thank you so very much. Jake, you are on here somewhere. Do you want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself as well?
Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. Yes.
Oh, see, I'm not very up on this Zoom thing, so you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, I'm Jake Bundy. I've been involved in swimming basically my whole life. Been involved in coaching swimming. I've coached high school in the past. I've coached junior high. Actually, coached with Liz a few years back. So yeah, I'm just super excited to be a part of it again. I've got two daughters who are actually going to be swimming this year. So I'm excited to be a part of their journey and see if we can get them in the water and having some fun. So that's me.
Thank you, Jake. I know that we're excited to have you back coaching this year, so it'll be nice to see your face every couple days this week, every now and then at the pool. So, and then we have Hannah. Hannah, are you on here? Poor Hannah, where are you at? I've seen you.
My name's Hannah. I'm really excited to coach this year. I did junior high when I was little, and I really liked it. So I'm excited to finally come back and be a coach, and it's going to be a great season.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Hannah. And then we have Kenya. I saw Kenya on here. Kenya, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Kenya. I've been swimming for 5 years, and I've been pretty involved in swimming, like coaching. This is going to be my 3rd season, I believe, in the junior high program. I've always found it really fun and very fulfilling, and I find it really exciting seeing how the kids progress and how confident they become. So I'm pretty excited for this year as well.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Kenya. I'm super excited for you guys as coaches. I really think you've got a great group of coaches for this team, and I'm really excited to see how far this team can go with these wonderful coaches. So super excited. So what we're going to do tonight is we are going to talk about our junior high swim team program. It's kind of a big program. It's 12 weeks long, and there's a few rules that we have for this program, and we like to go over it just ahead of time, so that way everybody can make sure that they can get the most out of the program and enjoy the program as much as they can. If at any time you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat box, or we'll pause before Cord talks about the swim meets. We can take questions then. I also have an email address that you can email if you have any questions, and I'll put that in the chat box a little bit later so that way you have it as well. All right, so this wonderful junior high swim team program, it's an instructional introductory activity. It provides fun, physical fitness, teamwork, and improvement of self-esteem. And I really mean that when I say improvement of self-esteem. I have seen some kids go from being the shyest kid in the class to talking and making new friends and everything else that comes with that. I really believe in this program, especially when it can do something like that. We strive for personal improvement. You are going to be able to see personal improvement throughout your swimmers throughout the entire season. We track their times at the swim meets, and you will be able to see their times improve every single week. As long as they are coming to practices and they are working hard at practices, you are definitely going to see the improvements on those. We accomplish this through positive encouragement from the coaches, from the family, and from the teammates. The coaches are here and they are doing all the encouragement they can do in the 2 hours that they are here, but it's 2 hours a week. So we rely on parents for you guys to be supportive and ask questions and be encouraging while they are at home. While you're sitting down to dinner, ask them how their swim team practice went. Ask them what they're looking forward to. Let them talk about the sets that they're doing and what they're looking forward to at the swim meets. You're also going to learn terminology, so ask them what things are. So parents, you get just as involved. We found that parents that talk to their kids and get excited with their kids do much better in the program as well. All right, your practices are going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 9. I know it's a little bit late and we try to move them around every year, so I'm sorry that you guys are stuck with the 8 to 9, but it's a good time to practice right before bed. They'll go home and hopefully pass out and go right to bed. Swimmers, you guys can check in 15 minutes early before practice. If you come before that, then we ask that you sit upstairs and wait. You can only check in 15 minutes before. And parents, we encourage you to pick up your kids right after practice, so that way they can get home, and because the coaches wait for the kids to leave to make sure everybody has a ride home. So if we can just make sure that you guys are getting here right on time to pick them up, that would be great. There will be no practice the week between Christmas and New Year's, which is December 25th through January 1st. And there will be practices all the way up until the Thursday before Christmas. So it goes all the way up to December 22nd. And then we will start practices right after the New Year's. Your guys' practice will start on Tuesday, January 3rd. So we will start right back up after the New Year's. And then we have a swim meet on the 7th. So we really start the new year off with swimming. So I hope you guys are ready to swim. The weeks of December 19th through the 30th, we have stroke clinics here at the Aquatic Center. These stroke clinics are for everybody. They are designated so that way if your kid is having a hard time with a specific stroke, or they want to just get some extra practices in, they can come and do those stroke clinics. They are not included with your fees, so there is an extra fee. They are not that expensive. We have 5 different stroke clinics. We have one every day for a week, and then we'll do it again the next week. We do one for freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly, and then we designate one for starts and turns and IMs and dives and turns and IMs. So they're great, especially if one of your kids is struggling on a specific stroke. It's a great time to just come in and focus just on that stroke. All right. During this program, your swimmers are going to become proficient in freestyle and backstroke. They're going to learn the basics of breaststroke and butterfly. They're going to learn how to dive from the block, and they're going to learn how to do flip turns, and they're going to learn how to do backstroke starts, and they're going to learn how to talk swimming. Swimming comes with a little bit of its own language. So like I said, if you parents, you don't understand what that language is, talk to the coaches, send us an email, however you want to do it. But learn their language, learn what an IM is, learn what a flip turn is. And that way you can discuss at home. Swimmers, you have got to come to practice prepared with a swimsuit, goggles, and a swim cap. For girl swimmers, you need to bring a good suit that's a one-piece suit. We don't want to have a two-piece suit that just leaves it open to have some kind of crazy wardrobe malfunction. We don't want to have during practice. And guys, you can wear your board shorts, you can wear jammers, whatever you want to wear. With the goggles, I strongly recommend that everybody has goggles. It will make this program a lot easier, unless, well, you're part fish, I guess, and you can see underwater and know where you're going, but make sure you have some goggles. If you don't have a good pair of goggles or don't know where to get some, you can get some through here at the Aquatic Center. You can also get goggles and swimsuits if you're looking for a place to get them at swimoutlet.com. I think they have the best selection of those items online. But like I said, you can get the goggles here. You also are going to need a swim cap. So for the girls, anybody who has probably shoulder length hair and longer, and the boys, if you have shoulder length hair and longer, I strongly recommend that you wear a swim cap. No matter what you do to your hair to keep it tied up and pushed out of the way, it's still going to come down into your face. You do get a swim cap with registration. I strongly recommend that you save that swim cap for the swim meets, because you'll need them at the swim meets later, and get a practice cap to practice in, so that way you don't risk tearing them and breaking them before the swim meets even start. We only have a small amount of extra caps available for the teams. So make sure you just keep those ones nice if you're going to use them for the swim meets. Okay. You also will get a team shirt, a team program shirt. We have yet to order those. So if you still need to change the size or see what size you did order, just get a hold of us and we'll check your sizes. We probably won't order them until next week. We will probably hand them out in January. Those team shirts, they're program shirts. They're going to be the same for the entire program. The only difference is that they will be different colors. To create a little bit more team spirit, we have offered team sweatshirts for you guys this year. And those team hoodies are custom to your team. So they say Wolverine swim team on them. So they show your school spirit just a little bit more. And they are optional and you can purchase them online. I'll throw the link in there. This is what they look like. I hope you can all see that. This is what they look like this year. So that way you have it, you can order those online. I'll put the link in the chat, and the orders are due on December 1st, next Thursday. So that way we can get it back for Christmas. So if you guys need them, or if you're going to have them for a Christmas present, just indicate that on the order form and we will not tell your kids that they're coming for Christmas. All right. Important information we like to send out through email and through text messages. I sent out an email, I think on Saturday last week, and that's what told you that we had a meeting tonight. And I also sent out a text today letting you know that we had a meeting tonight as well. If you did not get one or the other, that means you are not on my list. And if you want to be on that list, make sure you send me an email letting me know that you want to be on that list, and we'll make sure you get on there. The emails is what we send all of our major information on, our swim meet results, anything official, we send that way. For the text messages, it's more like reminders. So I'm only allotted like 160 characters. So they're pretty short and sweet. And we don't send them out too much, but it's mostly reminders. So if you didn't get any of those, please let us know. Okay. Bullying and unsportsmanlike conduct is not allowed in this program. We usually don't have any problems with this, but we like to stop it before it starts. So if your swimmer we want to make sure that your swimmer wants to be here and wants to come to practice and is excited to come to practice. If there's any reason why they're not excited, if they're having a problem with somebody, if somebody's grabbing their feet or splashing water on them, they may seem small, but just let us know. So that way we can take care of the problems before they become big problems. All right. And then one of the bonuses for being in this program is you get a discounted admission to our public swim or lap swim. Let's say you want to come in and get some extra laps in. Instead of paying the regular price of $4.50 or $5.50 a person, you just have to pay $3 because you're part of the junior high program. And the best part is it extends to everybody that's in your group. So let's say you decide you want to do a family outing out at the aquatic center and you bring everybody swimming. So you just pay $3 a person. Makes a really good, it's kind of a nice perk for being on the swim team. All right. I am going to make the assumption that all of you are registered for the Wolverines swim team, which means that you are in the Taylor View School bounds. Okay, we do that so that way we can build up your team spirit. Makes also the swimming just a little bit more competitive, a little bit more fun. It's not required that you swim with schools in your bounds, but there are rules for it. Cord will talk about those a little bit later when he talks about records. This is a team program, and to boost that team spirit, we want you to come and practice as a team, which means we have 21 practices that your kid gets with this program. And we want them to swim as much as they can with the Wolverines program. Yes, you can do makeups. Let's say you miss a night or you have something that you've got going on. If you need to make up a practice, you are welcome to make up that practice at any other team's practices. So I have teams that practice on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and 8 to 9. You can join any of those practices and get made up. Get your practice made up. You can also do a public swim or a lap swim. I don't have any coaches during public swim or lap swim, so you're not going to get as good a workout, but you can come to that if you want to. The only kicker to that is we have we have a swim meet at the very end of the season, our Luptech Junior High Championship swim meet. In order to attend that meet at the end of the season, your swimmer has to swim 10 times with the Wolverines. That's about once a week. So if you can't make it on Tuesday nights, you come every Thursday night, you will hit those 10 practices exactly. You also have an extra dive practice on the 17th of December. So that one also counts as a team practice. If you do go to a makeup with any other team, that does not count as a team practice. Your dive clinics that Cord's going to talk about a little bit later does not count as a team practice. So it's essential that they come to the Wolverines team 10 times in order to qualify for that meet. And everybody wants to do that meet. You want to do that meet at the very end. It's the funnest meet. Everybody's here and it's really a good time. We track your practices by, you have a little scan in card. It's a little blue card. You're going to get that the first night when you guys come in on Tuesday next week. That card is you're just going to scan it in every time that you come in and swim. So make sure that you get scanned in. If you happen to lose that card, if you happen to forget that card, or I don't know, your dog eats the card, let us know. We'll get you a replacement so that way you can get checked in. Okay. We talked about that. We talked about that. And we talked about that. All right. That is all of my information. I'm going to pass the time over to Cord to talk about swim meets because they're super exciting. But in the meantime, does anybody have any questions up until now? You can type them into the chat or you can just unmute yourself and ask. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? Okay. Hopefully that means I explained everything really well. All right, well then I'm going to pass the camera over to Cord, and he's going to talk about swim meets. If you do end up having any questions, you can type them in the chat. I'm also going to flood the chat with a whole bunch of links and our email address. So if you need any of those, they will be in the chat. All right, Cord.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about your swim meets. So you guys get 6 swim meets throughout the season. That's 5 dual meets and 1 championship swim meet at the end of the season. All of the meets are going to be held here at the Aquatic Center, and they're at varying times on Saturday mornings throughout the season as well. Make sure you go ahead and you pay attention to your team calendar that you should have gotten with the email that Ashley sent on Saturday so that you know what those times are. Okay, they're all on Saturday morning with the exception of the championship swim meet, which we'll talk a little bit more about here in just a second. Okay, all swimmers right now, all of you guys are eligible to swim in every single one of those dual meets. They start on January 7th and will run every week until February 4th. Okay, all you have to do is be signed up for the program to swim in those first 5 swim meets. Okay, it's just your team against one other team. Come in, have fun, have a great time, and show off what you've been learning. Race against the other guys. Okay, as far as the championship swim meet goes on February 10th and 11th, there are a few requirements in order to swim in that one. The first one and the main one is the one that Ashley's already touched on, where you need to have 10 practices with the Wolverines if you're registered for Wolverines in order to qualify for that swim meet. If you don't have at least 50% of your practices with your team, you're not practicing enough to help really build a lot of that team spirit up. We really want you there. We want everybody to come. So you need to be hitting at least half of your practices. So make sure that you hit at least 10 practices so that you can come to your team, you can come and show up for that championship meet. With the championship meet as well, because it's a championship meet, you'll also need a seed time for your events from this current year of junior high swimming. Basically, what that means is that you need to come to at least 1 dual meet and participate in at least 1 race. So you need to go ahead and have seed times for any of the events that you want or are going to swim in champs. So if you want to swim butterfly at the championship meet, but you don't swim butterfly at any of the dual meets, you cannot swim butterfly at champs. So make sure if there's something that you're really gunning for, you really want to swim at that championship meet, that you're talking and communicating with your coaches so that they can work with you as best as they can to make sure that you're getting times for the events that you're going to want to swim. Okay. Finally, the requirement as well that everybody has is super easy, is everyone needs to have a Team Unify account to participate in any of our swim meets. So it's a free account. It takes about 5 minutes to set up online. You should have instructions sent to you already at the back of the packet from the email on Saturday. And it's completely free. Okay, it's where we go ahead and we track all of our swimmers' times, our seed times. It's how we seed swim meets. It's how we run the heat sheets and the timing system. Everything is run through that program. So if you don't create an account for it, unfortunately, I cannot get you into a swim meet, no matter how much you might want to be in one. If you're having issues with it, just let us know. We'll try to go ahead and help sort out any troubleshooting issues that you have. I do recommend that you create that account as soon as possible. Okay, please do not wait. We're going to start hounding you here pretty quick. If you don't have that account created, we'll give you phone calls and emails reminding you to get that set up. If you don't want any of those reminders coming from us, just do it as quickly as you can. Now, if your swimmers have participated in any of our swim team programs before, that surfers swim team, junior high, the summer league that we had this past year, or high school spring league, you should have a Team Unify account already created and you don't need to make a new one. The only possible exception to that is if you've created one for older kids and your kid who is swimming this year has never participated in those programs before, you'll just need to add them to that account. Okay. Going along with this, there is an app that coincides perfectly with the Team Unify system. It's called On Deck. Ashley's going to send you some links here for it in the chat. Basically, it is the exact same thing as the web version, except it's built for mobile devices. We highly recommend that you get it and familiarize yourself with it if you're able to. Again, it's free. It will use your same login credentials as the Team Unify website. So after you set your account up through the website, you'll be able to use the app. You won't be able to until then. The nice thing about it is that, again, it is built for mobile devices, so you don't have to try to use a web browser on your phone. You can use something that's designed to help you declare for those meets, see your kids' times, all with the ease of being able to use it through that mobile device, phone, tablet, whatever it may be. For those of you who have participated in any swimming program before, whether it be through ours or somebody else's, and have been to a swim meet, you've probably seen how much manpower and legwork goes into making a swim meet run efficiently and effectively. Our program is no different, and to that end, we are asking for volunteers to help us run all of our swim meets as well. There's two different types of volunteers I need. The first one we need are timers. I need 17 timers before I can start any of the swim meets. Timing is really, really easy. We will train you the day of. You don't need to sign up ahead of time. It takes about 5 minutes to learn how to do it if you've never done it before. And when you show up to a swim meet, if you see any of the open black chairs down at my wall where all my timers sit, please go ahead and come on down. It gives you a great view of where all the action is. You get to see all the finishes up close. It allows you to go ahead and really cheer your kids on from about as close to them as you can get. You get closer to that finish than anybody else does. The other type of volunteers we're looking for are officials. These are the people who will go and ensure that there are no stroke infractions from any of the swimmers at any of the swim meets. You'll be issuing disqualifications to kids who do swim the strokes incorrectly. Now, this is also really easy to learn. We'll go ahead and we'll send a training out on that. If you're interested in this, just go ahead and send an email to us at that email that Ashley's put in the chat. That's juniorhighswimteam@idahofalls.gov. Okay. We would like at least 2 volunteers, 4 officials from each team. The more officials that we have, the easier it is for people to swap in and out and take breaks. But we do like to run at least 2 officials per swim meet to go ahead and help keep a swim meet as fair and equitable for everybody else. Those officials do have the best view of anyone of where the action is, where the swimming is, and it really helps you learn how the swimming program works as well. You'll learn all of the disqualifications, so you'll learn exactly what each stroke is and how it should be swam. You'll learn all of the finer points of it, and you'll be able to help your kids out that way as well. It really is a fantastic position, and I encourage as many of you as are able to, if you're going to be here anyway watching your kids for the meet, to volunteer to learn to be an official. It's a great spot to be. There are a few rules that go along with swim meets as well. Most of these rules are actually for your coaches rather than for you, and the coaches have to deal with as they put kids together in swim meets. However, I want to hit a few of them as well because I think they're important for you guys as parents to know and understand. The first being that your swimmer can swim in up to a maximum of 4 events every week. Okay, that is a maximum of 3 individual events, a maximum of 3 relay events for a grand total of no more than 4 events. Okay, now coaches do have a limit on age groups, genders, and so forth of how many swimmers per event they can stick in. And so there's a good chance as well that you won't have 4 events every week. Go ahead and look for about 3 to 4 events for the most part every week in a swim meet. Generally speaking, you're not going to fall down to 2. If you do have a week where you only have 2 events you see on your heat sheet, reach out to your coaches just to make sure that nothing was missed. But again, due to the limitations that they have on their meets, that might happen once throughout the season. It's usually 3 to 4 events. So go ahead and look for that. That maximum is 4. It doesn't mean that they'll always get 4. Okay. The only ones that we allow to dive off of the blocks are those that are dive certified. They will go ahead and become dive certified through the dive clinics that we offer. Some of your swimmers already are, and that's fine and great and handy as well. We just want to make sure that everybody is safe and they're not going to hurt themselves when they dive off of those blocks. At the same time, we encourage everyone at every swim meet to dive off of those blocks. And to that end, we have scheduled a whole bunch of dive clinics for your swimmers throughout the month of December. Our goal is to allow and hopefully have every single swimmer in this program dive certified by January 7th so that every swimmer at those meets can go off the blocks. It's a huge advantage in speed and power to starting off the side of the pool. You're welcome to start off the side of the pool if you want to, but the dive blocks are definitely a better option for racing. So go ahead and work through those dive clinics, come to those dive clinics as many as you need to make sure that you're going to be safe going off of those blocks. And you can go ahead and you can sign up for them through that link. I think you can only sign up for one initially, but as you come to that first one, and if you find out your swimmers still need some practice, come talk to us at the front desk. We'll go ahead and we'll override it to get them into additional dive practices until they're safe and confident going off of those blocks. Okay, swim caps for the swim meets as well. The only swim caps that you can wear during a swim meet are those from your team or blank swim caps. They can't have any other team logos on them or anything of that nature. However, if you go ahead and you lose your swim cap, as Ashley already mentioned, we do have a few still here available for purchase at the Aquatic Center if you need some more. To echo what Ashley mentioned earlier as well, I recommend not using your team cap for practice. It doesn't matter what cap, if any, you wear during swim practice, but during the swim meets, you do have to have your team cap or a blank cap if you're going to use one. Okay. The championship swim meet, this is a program of 300 swimmers. And so we have split that championship meet into a 2-day meet. The 5th and 6th graders will swim on Friday night, February 10th, and the 7th and 8th graders will swim on Saturday morning, February 11th. We expect both of those meets to last around 3 to 4 hours. Okay. Because of the amount of people that'll be here in the building as well, coming to cheer everybody on and see them, the championship swim meet is a ticketed event. We do that so that we can regulate how many people are in the facility so that we can stay within fire code regulations. Every junior high swimmer will get 2 tickets for those championship meets, just for being in the program. And then beyond that, if you need to request additional tickets, Ashley's going to put a link into the chat here now for you as well. Those additional tickets can be requested. I know Champs is about 2.5 months away still, but it's something that we look forward to and we really try to stay on top of. We're usually really good at being able to get everybody here that needs to be here. But it is something that we have to make sure that we monitor so that we stay within regulation and everybody has a great time. Yeah. Disqualifications from swim meets will happen starting on January 7th, the very first swim meet of the year. Okay. And again, parents, please talk to your swimmers about those DQs. Use them for what they are, a great learning opportunity to make yourself better and to make your swimmer better. Most swimmers, after they get a DQ, don't get a DQ and that same thing again. Sometimes it takes a couple of times, but it's pretty heartbreaking the first time you get a DQ, but it's an awesome opportunity to learn, okay, hey, you know, in breaststroke, we really need to make sure we're hitting that wall with both hands every single time. And it takes 1 DQ usually for the swimmers, especially the younger ones, to realize that. So talk to your coaches, talk to your swimmers about the DQs that come in. They're not a bad thing. They're a great learning opportunity. And they go ahead and they really help your swimmers improve in their stroke technique.
Okay, I think that's all that he has for swim meets. Thank you, Cord, so very much for talking about swim meets. I will say that I think swim meets are super exciting and they're super fun. So they will be here before you know. I mean, it's just January and they get here pretty quick. Does anybody have any questions up until that point? Any questions about swim meets?
Ashley,
Yes.
hey, I was just double checking to make sure, clarify, it is 2 individual events? Or is it?
They can
3 now?
swim up to 3 individual events.
And then, so then they could do 3 individual and 1 relay.
If
Or
if
2
they swim 3
relays.
individuals, they can do 1 relay. They can swim up to 3 individuals, they can swim up to 3 relays. It just
But 4
depends,
total.
but 4 total.
4 total, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, just clarify,
Yes.
thank you.
And something to say about your team is full and depends on the distribution, which we haven't really looked at yet. Depends on how that works out for parents, because where they have the restrictions of only 4 kids in each event, it really depends on that. But your team being full, it will probably be that most everybody gets about 3 events, with some of them getting 4. So just so everybody knows that with the bigger teams, that's how it usually works out. Any other questions? Thank you, Liz. Well, if there's no questions, that means Cord did it really well, explained it really well. Thank you, Cord. Coaches, is there anything else that you would like to add? Everybody's quiet. I know that they're excited. I know everybody's kind of not in the building and it's weird not doing these in person, but I appreciate everybody doing it online. Like Cord said, I will send out some information about being an official. We really need some help with the people officiating. If we could get, 2 to 4 people per each team to help with that, that would really be great for the program, and it really helps, and it's a great position to watch the swim meet from, and you learn so much information being an official. So I will send that email out that has official information on it. I will also send out an email that has all these links that I posted in the chat as well. And I guess we will see you guys on Thursday next week. Tuesday.
Can I say something real fast?
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, you asked me. I just wanted to let the parents know if there's any worries or concerns you have, just let us know, come up to us, give us a heads up if your kid is worried about it or nervous or has a problem with anything. Please communicate with any of us and we'll try to fix it and help them.
Excellent. I'm super excited. I know your coaches are super excited for this season. So I know they're eager to get in the water. So everybody have a great Thanksgiving, travel safely, and we will see you guys on Tuesday next week. All right. Thanks, guys.